everybody, I'm Becky. I'm the manager at Greenhawk in Mississauga, and I'm here at Iron Horse in Burlington. And we're going to go ahead and show you all the items that you'll need for successfully lunging your horse that you can buy at Greenhawk. So come on in and we'll get started. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to go ahead and do is go ahead and put on my helmet. The reason for that is I'm going to possibly be lunging in an arena where there are going to be other riders. So for my safety, because horses can be unpredictable, I want to go ahead and have my helmet on. The other thing that I want to go ahead and do is make sure that I'm wearing gloves. It'll help protect my hands when I'm holding the lunge line and lunging my horse. So another thing you want to make sure that you take care of yourself first is you want to go ahead and make sure you have the appropriate footwear. So I've got on my paddock boots with my heel, and it's a closed-toe shoe. So it's an appropriate barn footwear. As well, for myself, I like to go ahead and put on my half chaps. I just don't know if I'm going to go ahead and get on after I lunge, so I just want to go ahead and always make sure that I'm ready. So now that I've gotten myself ready, I'm going to go ahead in here and get Tanya, and we're going to start putting on all of her lunging equipment. Now, one of the things that I've gone ahead and done before I've gotten Tanya is I've gone ahead and checked out the riding rings. At a boarding facility, you want to make sure that there's enough space in your reins to go ahead and lunge so you're not in anybody's way. As well, I like to go ahead and take a look at the arena first, make sure there's nothing that I have to move or anything that's going to get in our way of a good, successful lunge. I'm going to go ahead and give Tanya a really quick brushing. Even though we're not going ahead and riding, you still want to make sure that your horse is clean, all the mud is taken off, legs are brushed, so anywhere there's going to be any equipment, you definitely want to keep an eye on that. So one of the things that you want to remember about lunging as well is even if you're not riding, you still want your horse to wear the same equipment you would if you were riding. So for Tanya is going to go ahead and wear the shed row open front boots. You can get them at your Greenhawk. They come in a variety of colors. You can also get them in horse and pony size. Now Tanya's going to wear those because she's more comfortable in boots. Another option that I can put on her are go ahead and put on bell boots. So for her, these are the SUPRA bell boots. Again, they come in a variety of colors and sizes from small to extra large. They're just in more sizes, but they come in a whole bunch of different colors. Another option that you can use are polos. So they will come in horse and pony sizes, sets of 2 or 4, and a variety of different colors. So there's a variety of different lunging equipment that you can use to lunge your horse. What we have here are 2 examples of lunging surcingles that we carry at Greenhawk. So the first is our SUPRA surcingle, and you'll notice that it's a leather and webbing. The second is our Jack's line, and it is a neoprene padding. So surcingles are a good option if you're choosing not to use your saddle when lunging. The reason for that is if you notice, both of them are covered in D-rings. This is a good option if you're wanting to use your side rings as well as your long lines. So we're going to go ahead and use the SUPRA surcingle on Tanya today. I'm putting on a pad. It gives her a little bit more protection between the surcingle and her coat. When you're putting on the surcingle, you want to go ahead and make sure it is where your saddle would be. Reaching down, pull it up, tighten it like you would your girth. You want it nice and secure, so when she's moving, you don't have it moving back and forth. So again, there's a whole bunch of different options for lunging equipment. What you're going to see here are 2 options of your lunging caveссons that you can get at Greenhawk. The first is our CONNEMARA leather lunging cavesson. So some of the great features about this one is it's got a padded noseband. As well, it is adjustable. And the rings move back and forth, which will help with your lunging. The second lunging cavessen that we have here today is our SUPRA nylon lunging cavessen. You're going to notice, like the other one, this one has a fleece padding noseband. As well, it is adjustable. and the reins move back and forth. As you can see, we've got our lunging CAVESSON on Tanya. Now I've gone ahead and opted for the SUPRA lunging CAVESSON with the fleece padding. For her, it's just a little bit more comfortable for her sensitive nose. What we're going to go ahead and do now is get our lunging lines organized before we go ahead and lunge. So as you can see, I've got two of the different options that you can get at your local Greenhawk. The first is your SUPRA lunge line. Now the options that you have are you can either get it with the clip or the chain. As well, they come in a variety of different colors. Your second option is your shed row two-toned swivel lunge line. Again, you can get a bunch of different colors at your local Greenhawk. This particular style is great because, as you can see, it will rotate and swivel as you lunge. So for today, I'm going to go ahead and use my shed row two-tone lunging line when I'm going to go ahead and lunge Tanya. The reason for that is the material on this is very soft on your hands. So if you have a horse that maybe is a little bit excited or a little bit strong, it just adds a little bit more comfort to your hand. Now when you're going ahead and preparing to go into the ring, you want to make sure that your lunge line is all neat and tidy. The reason for that is you don't want it to be dropping where you can step on it. You can get your foot all tangled in it. You want to basically know where your lunge line is at all times. I'm going to go ahead and show you how to properly wrap your lunge line when you're going to go ahead and lunge. Even though your lunge line has a loop on the end, one thing that you want to make sure you don't do is you don't want to go ahead and hold it around your wrist. The reason for that is if your horse gets away or pulls, I don't want to be attached to the lunge line. When you're rolling the lunge line, you're just going to go ahead, kind of roll it around your elbow, neat and tidy. You want to make sure all the knots are taken out. It's at a great length for you. When you're wrapping your lunge line, you want to start at the handle. You also want to make sure that you're keeping the lunge line very flat. So if you have a lunge line like this or one of the thinner nylon lunge lines, it's just going to help it be a little bit more organized. That way you can hang onto it all in one hand. Another great option for advanced lungers are your side reins. Here you see two of the options that we do carry at Greenhawk. The first side rein has what we call donuts. Now, they are great for helping with flexion and head carriage, as well as your muscles throughout your horse's neck. The second option are elastics. What that helps with is it's going to give you a little bit more movement and flexion throughout the circle. Again, it's also going to help with flexion, bending, and creating and building up the muscles in the neck. So each style of side reins come in different collections. So you have your Vala collection and your Val de Bois collection, each at a different price point. You can find these both at your local Greenhawk. Now before using these, we definitely want to make sure that you speak with your coach to make sure that these are right for your horse. So the last piece of equipment that I've made sure I grabbed is my lunging whip. Now if this is the first time you're lunging, you definitely want to speak with your coach. Make sure you have somebody there to help you, guide you for your first time. If you have any questions about any of the products that you've seen here, stop in at your local Greenhawk. The staff is more than happy to help. Good luck lunging!